Hi there, folks. It's me, your favorite neighborhood, Tim. No,
I'm glad you clarified that you were a neighborhood Tim and not
yeah.
like a feral Tim.
Yeah, I'm not like one of those, like, feral Tims that you call the pound on.
So,
Don't
like the
worry.
difference between a possum and an opossum, or like, what is the difference actually?
You know,
I don't
that,
know. No fucking clue.
One of them, I feel like you kind of would like to have living under your house because it's helpful, and the other isn't. But I don't know why.
so, they're different marsupials. Opossums are the North American ones, while possums are native to Australia. So they're marsupials on both continents, but the opossums are native to North America.
Okay.
Possum does sound like a word an Australian person came up with, right? Like just based on how it's spelled and how you say it.
Yeah, and it really feels like they should have
Then
been
how
different.
did the opossum get named, right?
You know,
Because
Did
we
Minnesotans
reached
add the
America
oak to it?
before.
it comes from the
Well, opossum
Algonquin
would have
or
come first, right?
Algonquian word for white animal.
What?
Did you just?
Huh.
Okay. Huh. I for a second I thought you said Evangelion. It just took me a second to register.
It's derived from the Evangelion word. No, the Algonquian word for white animal. But it's
Gotcha.
commonly shortened here to possum, even though that is already another animal.
Well, why is possum called possum then?
Possum.
Awesome.
You know, that's a very
Get
excellent
that possum
question.
out of here.
We're fucking looking this
Get
up because
that
now I'm
possum
curious.
out of here. I'm gonna grill it up and shove a stick up its ass and feed it to you.
Put that possum on the Barbie.
You know, it's funny that shrimp on the Barbie is from an American commercial.
Oh, I know. It's not even close to Australian.
It's so funny to me. Hey, what's up, Castle Boom Chat? How you doing? Well, what's going on?
Oh,
shit, I should
we're
go
looking
over
up
there.
the
Very
etymology.
Australian.
Yeah, we should probably get in the freaking loading area. I guess I should probably pick a mission to begin with.
That's
you
right, Tim.
probably
Get
would.
off your ass.
Yeah, get off my ass. We're
I-
looking up the
I don't
etymology of
remember-
possum.
Okay, that's what mission we're on?
We are on
Is that-
number 5.
Damn, have we done that many already?
Yep.
All right.
I think we my computer bit the dust on 2 after the first 2, and then we
That's
came
correct.
back for another 2. Now we're back for more.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no,
Hopefully
that's the
computer will survive.
yeah.
Yeah, we're like
So you gotta
shingles.
get it, like,
We keep coming back.
Tim, I think your computer needs either a blessing, possibly an exorcism.
You know, my father-in-law is an ordained minister, so I might have him do a
Is
little
he
bit of holy
tech
power.
priest?
He's not a well,
Yeah.
actually, he is an IT guy. So, in a sense,
Oh shit!
That's funny.
Does he worship the Omnissiah?
you know, after they made him upload all of the stable servers to the cloud and put like the 50 millisecond delay into the 17-minute territory, I think he worships the Omnissiah now.
Load all of.
All right.
There you
Well,
go.
sounds like he's the closest
50
thing you're
millisecond.
gonna get to a. Yeah.
I think.
Our path to Aurora is barred by the Thousand Suns Silver Tower. We do not have any ordnance on Temerium that can
Yeah, how's your going? God damn it. How's your evening going, Soldier?
Have we figured out the etymology of possum yet?
Oh, apparently
Tim,
they are
you-
both from the same word. For whatever reason, the Australian one is the same etymological root.
So they just copied opossum.
Yes, especially because they copied our name for their marsupial, even though they are distinct, they're genetically distinct species that look very dissimilar. But one is from a Native American tribe in Virginia, and the other is also from that Native American tribe in Virginia. So we can kind of guess which one came first.
Well, I'm not terribly surprised. The Australians have a strange naming system for a lot of stuff. There's an ancient creature, I forget exactly what it was, but they called it the Hot Cross Bunadon.
Yeah, that's an odd name.
There's also the Demon Duck of Doom.
A demon duck of doom.
The Demon Duck of Doom.
I want to see Steve Irwin.
That's a strange
finally
one.
as well.
Right? Maybe his son. Or daughter. I think they
Is
both
this-
do that shit. Yeah, I think his entire
have the
family.
voice?
Say it again?
Do they have the voice though?
I think so. Well, I mean, maybe not exactly his, but they're all Australian, so I'm pretty sure they are. They all have. Yeah, they all have some variation of the accent. Well, Tim, how you been this last week? What have you been up to? Watching, playing, reading anything interesting?
Well,
Oh fuck.
on small little potatoes news, I am garden center worker now. So when you pick up flowers for your mom on Mother's Day, that was me, the poor bastard, restocking. Well, not restocking. I diagnose and care for the plants to make sure they stay alive while they're at a garden center. So I don't work for the garden centers, which means their bosses can't touch me.
Ah, that's fun. That's cool.
Uh,
Are you gonna get some like self-help books on tape and then play those to the plants like in Control?
You know what? That's not a half bad idea, because if those fuckers could just water themselves, my job would be so easy.
Tim, did you ever get to go back and play that mission?
Number.
Do you know what specifically I'm talking about in Control?
Which mission was it specifically?
So when Control first came out and it was on the PS4 and Xbox One, right? If you pre-ordered exclusively on the PlayStation, you got an extra side mission, which was a series of like self-help, but else, not even self-help, but it was like sensory deprivation tank, like audio recordings to like listen to in a sensory deprivation tank, and it's voiced by Hideo Kojima in Japanese with like another voice actor acting as like a translator, so you're hearing like everything like spoken twice technically, but it's literally a sensory deprivation tank narrated by Hideo Kojima that's like a workplace self-help thing to do during your like breaks at the FPC. It's like it's what it's contextually in game or in universe meant to be. But yeah, it's a. Did you ever get to play that?
That is probably one of the few things I did not play, because I did not get the pre-order of the game.
I don't know how long ago now, but it's happened at this point. But they did just do a free update that added that mission to every version of the game, no matter what.
Oh god damn, that's amazing.
Because it wasn't even on the PS5 version, even though it was a PS4 mission. But because it was a pre-order thing, it like even if you bought the Ultimate Edition for the 5, it still wasn't on there. Now it is on everything. But so there's a little fun Hideo Kojima crossover in Control for you to go play.
You know,
hey,
an excuse to get back in control.
In the chat.
How's it going,
Plus, we're ahead of
Tyson?
the sequel too, right?
Oh yeah, just ahead of the
Just got
sequel.
real.
So what's up, Tiresome Fox? How you doing? What up, party people? Sorry if I didn't catch that right away.
I would
eyes
consider
up on
us
the TV.
party people. I mean,
We are in a party.
That's true. It's a party.
Yeah.
It's a party of 3. Not like that show that got canceled. They called Party of 5.
God, what was that?
Why did it get canceled?
You know, I
sucked.
don't really know. It was like a network TV drama. People were into it at the time. I've never watched it. All I know is that before Lost started, Matthew Fox was kind of famous for being I think like the older brother in the family in Party of Five or something like that.
Well,
There you go. See my
you
messages
are
instantly.
VIP.
Shouldn't I be a VIP? I think. I feel like if you aren't VIP,
Tires
we
from
have
Fox
to
might
like.
be a VIP.
Feel like, can I like grant you VIP? I feel like you should. How do I do that?
I like the idea of somebody saying, shouldn't I be
I guess
VIP?
not,
And we
then.
start looking into, like, what do we do to do that?
I mean, it's only fair.
Yeah.
All right. I have granted Tyson Fox a VIP status through mod privileges.
I am
Asking
glad
ye
that
shall
we,
receive.
We paused the game to do that. That's honestly awesome.
You've got the power.
I have powers now. Sure do.
May those powers go to your head.
Ban everyone.
Do it. Do it. Ban everyone.
But no, Tyson Fox, how are you doing? What is going on? It's got to be pretty late for you, right? Like in the middle of the AM, based on the time zone difference. I always forget exactly how many hours, but
Sage, why are you
at
not
least
good at
6
time math? Get good.
flat circle. It's the here, it's the now, the anytime, it's the whenever.
I do enjoy that that is kind of the go-to answer for anything time-related on this channel.
Matthew McConaughey taught me enough. Good, was sick for a few days, but I didn't follow the bright light. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Fuck this monster. Ugh.
I'm not a monster fucker. You cannot get me on that.
Yeah, say it's just more your thing.
Those spider
fuck,
ladies,
it
though.
is.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, spider ladies count as monsters, dude.
Damn it.
You can't tell me a spider lady is not a monster.
No, spider ladies are monsters. That's exactly why I am not touching them with the 10-foot pole.
They're monsters, but spider ladies are
but,
people,
how
too.
big is your pole?
God damn it.
Let's take a poll about the pole size. Give a whole new definition to polling place.
There you go.
That's
Our brethren barricaded this entrance to
Sir, just pull
Hey,
forward
buddy.
to the window and
commune with the crane.
let me
And-
get the state measure in there.
The obstructions.
Shamelessly self-promote now that I'm a mod and I can't get banned. I streamed after 3 hecking weeks of radio silence. Hell yeah. Always
hey.
good to get back in the rhythm of it.
What'd you
No, I
stream?
mean you what did you stream? And then also, yeah, I mean you feel free to talk about your channel or your streams on here whenever. I
Yeah,
don't,
you've
I
got
don't care at
your
all.
VIP status now. We're practically another arm of your, not propaganda,
Honestly, I mean,
promotional.
I think Tiresome Fox is going to completely upgrade this channel, whatever she does with it.
It's Tyson Fox is, I feel like, collectively like more classy than the rest of us combined, based on the conversations we have.
Oh, see, and they don't even want to self-promote too much. God. See, you're VIP now, so we see your messages right away. It worked.
We have granted you the privilege of instant message receiver.
Putting the instant in instant messaging. Truly.
Like instant noodles. It means quality.
You ever think about how fucking funny it is that no one gives a shit about AOL?
I can restore this
When was the last time anybody even used AOL?
What is AOL still around? I know their
Yeah.
dial-up
Yeah.
is gone. No, we
Tim,
got
have
to
we
get a
had-
proper AOL dial-up sound effect on here for when we're stuck on a loading screen.
That would be a good sound effect, honestly.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
Also, Tim, have I ever told you about how in our comics, Kane, the evil billionaire ruler of the world, has every fax machine encoded to automatically get sent across a line to print out in like a mountain of it's like a wall of fax machines that's like covering a giant grassy field, and at sunrise they all go off at the same time, and that's where Kane's taxes get printed. And an army of goats wakes up to the sound of the dial-up internet tone, and majestically to that sound runs in a gigantic herd across the field against the sunrise to eat his taxes. And that's how he never has to prove taxes ever in any sort of legal capacity, because goats ate him. And
Is it dog ate my homework, but with goats and taxes?
Yes, and
I've-
all of Congress.
yeah,
I mean,
like just the entire rest of the world. Like, well, if you guys want to look at my taxes, you know where the goat farm is. Go ahead.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, I feel like it's no more ludicrous than some of the fiscal obfuscation that happens in just modern Congress, but also historically, like looking at some of the wacky shit that comes out with hindsight as the government releases information.
Oh yeah,
Like
dude. Some of
stuff
the shit
becomes
that they fucking lied
declassified, and you're
about.
just like, huh, that senator just straight up didn't pay taxes that he was doing tax fraud while in office. Oh, that's neat.
Most of them for sure
It seems
are.
like they all do, yeah.
Yeah.
Does he say I don't kid around about taxes? He didn't before, but he's going to now.
Yes, he is.
we're gonna force that pun on Michael.
Yeah, he's gonna enjoy that.
It is funny watching the final season of The Boys, because the Homelander villain at this point is so unhinged. He is starting to do some things that are like getting into certain sort of, over the top villain jokes that we have with our comics.
It is really fun to see Eric Kripke talk about the current state of the world and use it to reflect of, we were trying to do a ghoulish overkill of what the political landscape is. We weren't expecting some of the things to like land adjacent.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's how we feel about our book.
Like
Yeah, because we came up with so much of this shit like 15 years ago, and it's just all becoming more and more reality. In ways
Pretty,
you
yeah.
wouldn't even expect, too.
Some of it's like bizarre things that have scientifically actually proven to be true about like dinosaur, like social dynamics or biology. Like
As well as,
I shit you not.
Native and Cretaceous.
Yep. And then that's on top of the political things that we have also predicted and then have come to pass. No, oh yeah, no,
Oh,
no worries.
no-
I'm not being
no
specific
spoilers,
or anything. Just
Scout's honor.
yeah, I'm not being specific. Just there's a level of hinged that the character I feel like is only just now achieving. That is like where a character that we have in our like comic that we're working on. That's where he starts. Like this final season, what like Homelander's been built up to for the end of the show, and how kind of over the top and stuff it is. Or we have a character that like starts that out there.
Oh, yeah, easily.
The difference between Homelander and our character is that Homelander is like pathetic, right? He's like been pathetic since the show started, and he's like a little bitch. Whereas our character is more of like a almost like transcendental like troll, like that. It really does. Like he's like so committed to the just entertaining himself, almost like Hannibal Lecter. But it's that's just the basic sense of it.
You know, the comparison to Hannibal Lecter, based on everything I've been hearing for a decade, really I think rings pretty, like, hard, because close.
You want to know what the original inspiration behind the character, like the two other villains that we looked at, and we're like, we want something that feels halfway between these two things. It was Patrick Bateman from American Psycho and Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. Like the perfect medium between them.
Okay, yeah, I could see some Dr. Evil. Just like the sheer ludicrous thing of just like, I mean, like what happens to his dad in hell.
Yeah. And like he does a bring his kid to work day thing. And he's showing him around. He brings them into one of these big manufacturing areas, and he's like, and this here, son, is where the workers make the cages. Cages for who? Wait, the cages for who? For the workers. Which workers? The ones that make the cages. Like it is like absolute. I think we're gonna push like satire about end stage capitalism to its fucking peak.
You know, you gotta publish that now so it can be predictive rather than reactionary. That's what The Boys is running into.
I am extremely glad that we got the book out when we did.
Honestly, right? And then, well, it's funny too because like, there is if anybody has not seen this, please go and watch the film. Sorry to bother you. I think it came out in 2018, and it was like it was in my top 2 movies that year. It is the funniest goddamn like like surrealist satirical like political satire comedy. That movie is fucking fantastic, and it does air in many ways. It's of any other thing I've seen, show, movie, like anything, of any other piece of fiction, the sort of world that story's taking place in is honestly weirdly the closest thing to our comic world I think that anyone else has done.
And you know, it's also funny, Tim. Have you heard of a game that has come out recently called Mouse PI?
You know, I haven't.
Ooh, man, you gotta check that out. That's really, it's like sort of like a boomer shooter, Doom, Half-Life kind of thing, right? But it's all in the art style of 1930s and 1940s cartoons. And it is filled with a lot of very relevant political allegory. It is about a bunch of sentient mouse people, I think. Yeah, there's 3 different races of them. There's mice, there's rats, and there's shrews. And it's very similar in some regards to the book. It has a similar sort of tone, even of like, you know, a mix of serious writing, like surprisingly serious writing given the world, and also a lot of like kind of just goofy, dumb humor.
Mouse PI?
Mouse PI for Hire is the full title, and it's only like a $30 indie game too. So but it's also long. Like I felt like its campaign was like approximate to like a AAA FPS game.
Yeah, it's a lot longer than those games typically are.
I like to say I think like it feels like Doom, Cuphead, and BioShock, and then like a dose of the comic book Mouse. Like the like the one that's like actually about like Nazis and stuff. It's like a base of that with BioShock, Doom, and Cuphead all blended on top of it.
Okay, you're really selling me on the premise.
So far, I think it's my. I mean, I guess. Well, I've only really played 2 big new releases so far this year, which is Resident Evil 9 and Mouse. And so Mouse is like, it's kind of automatically second place, but I fully expect it to be on my list when the year is over. Like, it might be low on like a top 10, but I think it's going to be on there.
All right. Well, shit. I that is one of the suggestions I have written down. I've learned to do that because getting great recommendations for stuff is phenomenal. Losing that in the blur of life, less so.
Oh, dude, I
Yeah,
have
we
like
got-
artistic lists of shit to like make sure I don't forget like certain video games that I'm waiting for a sale to pick up and play. That's how bad I am about it.
Yeah, wish lists are how I remember to play so many games.
Adequate performance noted.
Same.
I have opened the gates.
There's kind of too many games to go through now. It's kind of gotten to the level of like movies and books and TV, where
It really is.
You just don't have the time to do all of them.
Like I have 2 games left on my 2022 list left. I've almost finished every game I wanted to play in 2022. And outside of things that I don't yet realize I want to play, I have finished off every other year of my life that video games have been coming out up to 2022. But then there's like fucking a couple hundred games just since that. That I'm like, fucking who knows when I'll have that time.
Yeah, I definitely have like 30 or 40 movies that I'm supposed to be watching, like or at least a dozen TV shows to get through, and then like a good 50, 60 games that I can just like look at a Steam list and know that I have yet to buy, and then another 40 on PlayStation, and then countless that I have forgotten.
Right.
Countless. Because I literally
Sometimes
don't know
I'll-
the metric to count.
Sometimes I'll like turn in my like Xbox on. I'll be like, yeah, shit, I play this sometimes. And I'll realize that there are some things on there that I'm like, oh yeah. I've dropped every game I have been playing because I bought Pacopia and regret all my life choices. Is that a Pokemon thing?
I don't know what that is.
Is Pacopia Pokemon? I don't know. Yeah, please inform us exactly what Pacopia is, because I'm not 100% sure.
Is it like Dinotopia but with Pokemon? You ride Charizards around?
It is Pokemon, okay. Is it, well, if it was Dinotopia but with Pokemon, the Pokemon would be like scholars and like actually like intelligent and helping to run society by being like bookkeepers and shit, which I'm assuming is not the case.
Yeah, that was actually kind of interesting.
Well, Mewtwo, that's why Mewtwo is the coolest Pokemon to me, because I feel like he's the only one that has, like, he's got, like, a Shakespearean, like, human tragedy, like, character arc, and I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes him my favorite. Oh, it's like Animal Crossing, but with Pokemon. Okay.
My version of crack. Hey,
Okay.
I know a couple people who love the cozy type game, and okay, I believe I now know. I've heard of the Pokemon Animal Crossing thing. I did not know the name.
I bet I have heard people talk about it, and I just forgot exactly what it. God damn, fucking clown me. Yeah, you know, I'm sure I have. I'm sure I have heard it somewhere.
Oh, Jesus.
Like if nothing else, the Rage Select podcast every week, because I feel like they do the best job covering like industry news out of any internet channel I know. I guarantee I've heard about it on there, because they literally just talk about every single thing happening.
And I think that falls in suit with, or in line with, the thing we were just talking about, which is the sheer amount of games. Unless you've written it down or like seen a really evocative trailer, it is easy to forget, even when you've been told about games. Especially if
That's
they're
true.
out of the typical bailiwick of whatever genres you're into.
You know what I am really looking forward to, that I bet is not on most people's radar, because it's a much smaller indie game. In June, maybe I've shown you stuff for it, but tell me if the name sounds familiar. There's an indie game coming out called Dench Attack.
I'm not familiar.
Dead shit attack? What'd you say? I
Yeah,
cut out.
dense attack.
It's I believe it's a Japanese word, densh attack, or
Okay.
part of it's a Japanese word. It's like
Okay.
DNSH attack. It is a vibrantly colorful, obviously specifically influenced by Jet Set Radio's art style. Like very fast-paced game where you play as a train doing Tony Hawk like trick shot stuff down like the rails
I
while like
remember it
fighting
now, yeah.
kaiju.
Okay.
I think it looks
Daily life in
awesome.
Japan.
I love cozy games, but so many of them are absolutely terrible. I'm gonna stop right there because I already agree with you. A good cozy game is a rare
Yeah.
find. Most of it is just slop and a cash grab. I don't even think Pocopia is that good. Okay, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I do like a good cozy game when it is like a limited time thing and it doesn't go on forever, or if it does go on forever, it's rather upfront with it. For instance, like a short hike. I would consider that a cozy game because you're just a little bird walking around this island trying to climb to the top of the hill with all your friends and stuff. Okay, yeah, that's a nice cozy game, but it's only 3 hours long, and it's really low impact. It's not combat or aiming or anything like that. I think cozy games having such a broad definition does them a little bit of a disservice.
I
feel like
can't
cozy
think
games
of.
are-
Oh, sorry.
Cozy
Go ahead.
games just aren't for me.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
if
same.
everything's right in a game world, I'm like, oh, okay. Do we need to go that way? I think we do.
Oh,
This way, yeah. This is good.
is that right?
That's right, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, they're not for me. Like even like theoretically they are good, I would still say it's just not my type of thing. I guess I want I guess I just want more sort of the thing, I don't mind blood and guts, but I mean I don't mind like a game that is like slow paced, like an RPG or like with turn-based combat, right? Like I don't mind slow pacing, but I guess like when I think of like cozy, I don't know, like when I like a slow game, it's like slow, maybe an atmospheric, but like it's like got high stakes in like a narrative sense or something, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Totally.
I can understand that 100%. And I guess... and I'm tiresome says a short hike is a masterpiece. I stand by that. Same with Unpacking. That game made me cry twice. Unpacking was actually a rather emotionally evocative thing because you are just going through the pieces of somebody's life and extracting in kind of that same level of storytelling that you get from Dark Souls, where it's entirely contextualized by the environment that you're in, the descriptions from items you're getting. You can tell a lot about a person's life by their belongings. And such a simple premise making an emotionally evocative game, really impressive. Especially because it is a game that you can finish in an afternoon. A short hike, you can finish it in an afternoon. You can play it on a nice rainy day, get real cozy. But I have spent too long on games that don't end for the amount of games that I have yet to experience.
Oh, dude, I've been sick of games, I feel like, at this point for a full, like, decade or so.
Like,
I mean, not that there aren't good ones, because sometimes there will be ones where I'm like, okay, this is worth spending the time or investing that in. But I find it to be very few of the games I play overall are that genre anymore. Like, here and there, but, yeah.
yeah, short and sweet, and the storytelling is great. That is the ideal cozy game. I know a few people that really jive with playing a few hundred hours of Animal Crossing, and I'll definitely play a little bit of Animal Crossing.
I
But
will not. Thank you.
I'll play it when somebody else is like, "Hey, you want to play it? Like, take over the controller." That works for me. But
Sure.
and the investment of time, I guess, the time I spend doing it becomes more stressful after a certain point.
Sure.
But also, I think everyone has their own speed. I know a lot of people that do not like Dark Souls kind of games. I love having my
right.
heart pounding and like realizing that I've been biting the tip of my tongue, hoping and not breathing at all, that I get the dodges right for this last chain of attacks because this boss is fuck. All right, 3 more attempts.
Yeah.
I remember at one point, I mean, pre-COVID, I thought Dark Souls was going to be too frustrating for me to enjoy. I hadn't played any of them.
Oh, yeah.
That's when we started that when we started streaming, and I fucking loved all of them. And maybe didn't love Dark Souls 2, but like pretty much every other game I would say loved.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2, I think its crux was that it went on kind of long compared to the other Dark Souls games. And
It also had too many bosses, just
it
dudes
had-
in armor, and not enough monsters.
It really
yes,
did.
and that I give it a certain amount of leeway because it was supposed to be a whole different game, but at the same
For
time,
sure.
yeah, like it has a lot of core mechanics that were carried over even into Elden Ring, so it wouldn't be the game it is without Dark Souls 2. But I think it's really funny, a little bit really funny, that one of the best things you can say about Dark Souls 2 is, well, it made a lot of other games really good. Like,
You know what? But with that studio, I feel like that does make sense because of how they iterate, like even in small ways with
yeah, like
literally every game they release.
Bloodborne being what it was, the success in terms of how much I liked it. Fuck what other people like it. I loved Bloodborne. It was one of my favorite games. And it would not have had the weapon mechanics without Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 introduced the protoform of weapons having unique abilities tied to them, and some of the unique abilities could be altered in some way through progression, and it diversified combat from a melee perspective without having really specific weapons tied to things. Like a lot of the unique moveset ones in Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls are boss weapons. And Demon Souls had durability, if you folks remember, and they iterated away from that. I need to continue my Elden Ring playthrough, but I'm so lost and I forgot what I'm doing. Hey, that is 100% so fucking... yeah.
I mean, Tyson Fox, are you do you play on do you play on PC or like console? Like what are you willing to play the game on? Bloodborne had me confused at the tutorial area, so I never started it. So as much as I love Bloodborne, I think the one very legitimate criticism that I do have of the game, is that I think if it's the first Souls game that you're trying to play, I think it has the worst kind of tutorializing out of any of them. Like I feel like they almost made it with people who've played one other Souls game already. Like it almost feels like you have to have played one other one first to even really process what the game's doing. I don't know. I felt that way. Tim, did you feel that way?
Yeah, I definitely did. I put Bloodborne down for a whole year because the entrance, like, it was my first Souls game, period.
Ooh.
And PlayStation was giving it out for free, so I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it. And, you know, I really wish I had, like...
I see Sage got the fancy hat.
Yeah, I wanted the wings.
Oh, I got
PC, but I own it.
Elden Ring on PC
Well,
is really interesting because if you're okay with not like playing with the general public, and you've got somebody that wants to play it with you, you have the option of seamless co-op, which I got a chance to play with for a dozen or 2 hours, and gosh, that was actually rather nice. Not having the constant drop in and drop out of co-op. Otherwise,
That is awesome.
if you do get stuck in Elden Ring, one of the fascinating things about Souls games, even the older ones, is usually at the busier times of day, you'll find people who are just playing the game to help other people. If you go onto the Reddits or any of the popular forums, there are people who are looking for people to help. And I think that's one
Yeah,
of
if
the more...
Elden Ring was currently installed on my computer, I'd help you out if you needed it.
Oh, 100%.
And that's why I asked too, because I was gonna say if your like save file was on the PS5, I'd also be willing to jump in, but it has to be console for me.
I have it on PC and PlayStation 5 because I'm a fool or a really good consumer, I guess.
You're a passionate fan.
I am a passionate fan, so I can play with friends on both platforms. I'm not getting an Xbox for it, though.
Wise.
Why would I get... I actually... It feels like punching down to talk shit about an Xbox.
Yeah, but it's one of the few times where punching down feels good, so go for it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let's call it what it is. The Microsoft gaming console.
Yeah.
It's
Well, the next like piece of hardware they release, I'm telling you now, it's going to be a PC box, like almost like a Steam machine. That just and it might have some Xbox branding on it, but it's going to be operating Xbox as an application on a Windows-based system. I guarantee that's what the next Xbox will be like. They'll have another piece of hardware, but that it's not going to be a console. Like the PlayStation 6, that'll be a console. Like that won't just be a PC with a PlayStation application. It'll be a console. But the next Xbox is not going to be a console.
Yeah, I think it'll be more of a mixed media system than anything.
I mean, I actually think it might do a lot better as a business if by pivoting to that. I think they lost the console thing, but and I think maybe this could actually be good if you can make a like Steam machine that is sort of on the same affordability rate as a console, but you don't have to like do a lot of customizing to get things to work. I feel like that could actually be a pretty popular piece of hardware. It's not the same thing that they have been wanting to do, but
yeah,
I think it's a smart change in business tactics, honestly. As much as, and trust me, I'm making fun of Xbox as much as anybody, but in some ways, I think that actually might work out for them in the long run.
Oh yeah, I think. Especially because Steam whiffed it on the first iteration of the Steam box. It failed to generate the appropriate hype.
Yeah, it did.
There were not enough developers willing to work with that predetermined system specs, and I think that really bit it in the ass. But on the other hand, the idea is sound. That is the one thing PC developers don't have the ability to plan for, which is any sort of like standardized, like what you're working with. Hardware, there we go. And like then you end up with shit like I will talk shit about Bethesda because Oblivion Remastered it is the only game I have that will not run at 60 FPS even at 1080p because it was optimized so fucking poorly that there is a plethora of guides of how do I get the game to run? How do I get it to not stutter? How do I get the frame rate to stabilize? How do I get shadows to display correctly? I could go on. You have to mod the shit out of that game to stabilize it. They did not port over
the console version runs bad too. Like it's got all sorts of problems too. It's not even just the PC version.
And then when you finally get it working, it's just an incredibly mid game.
And there's a little fun tidbit about it.
Well, yeah, that too.
The Oblivion Remaster included a lot of bug fixes. Bug fixes that were already done by a community member. This community member, you'll notice that there weren't anybody else publishing unofficial patches for these bugs. And that's because he managed to strong arm a lot of other creators through copyright content or striking, saying like this code is mine and all that. So there's one person in the modding community who does bug fix patches, and they took some of his work, but like 200-300 bugs worth. There were like at least 1,400 known bugs that they left in the game to preserve the feel of it.
Brilliant. It runs like shit. It's a piece of garbage.
And they
Keep it that way.
refuse to fix
That's
it
what
because
people
the
expect.
jank should not be part of charm. A robust modding community can exist by itself if you do things like give them the creation kit like Skyrim gave. Skyrim would have been great if we didn't have the necessity for modding the game to playable status. And I feel bad for people who don't know that you can mod at least the PC version, but now Bethesda, because I will shit on Bethesda more, they're trying to make it so that if you want mods, great. You can even have them on console. You do gotta pay for them though. And they tried doing that with Skyrim
that's bullshit.
after they had already had free mods for a few years, and it failed. And they reverted those changes. But they waited, they're biding their time, and then, God, what do you know, Starfield has paid mods. And I don't know, like, I want
It is also
mod
the
developers
most
to be able to...
boring game of all time.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
not
if you're playing
advertised.
Starfield, I mean, you're already kind of losing.
I mean, I will just endlessly shit on Bethesda, man. To this day, I think the only truly good game, like, they've really ever done was Morrowind, and it's, even that has a bunch of janky problems. It was just, in 2003, a first game. Like, it was like, all right, hey, you know what? You can improve on some of the stuff, but the world's cool and it's different and unique. And then they never, ever even tried. I think ever again.
No, they did not.
When they
Skyrim, even, I think a functional game. Certainly, the mods can make it really, a lot better. Again, relying on the mods to do it, though.
Yeah.
But even Skyrim, which I think is like probably the least glitchy and like broken of the games, I still think it's just kind of pretty bland, generic, like Norse fantasy world. Like, I don't think the world is actually interesting. It's like any figures in it. It's sort of just things I've seen before. Morrowind is weird. Morrowind, your fast travel is like giant mosquitoes and like there's crazy mushroom for it. Like there's weird shit that's not just in every other thing you've seen.
That's
the
true.
only one like that.
They do include an island from Morrowind in the final DLC of Skyrim.
That was the best part of Skyrim.
That was arguably, and you get to
was.
fight the first Dragonborn. That shit is actually cool. A lot of the
You
cooler,
also spend a large amount of time in like an Eldritch God nightmare realm and stuff like
Yep.
that.
and a lot of the cooler shit, like the Daedric Prince stuff, is easily missable. Like a lot of the artifact level weapons are quest lines to interact with these like beings that are generally operating on this whole different level of like understanding of things, like demon lords that are like Sheogorath having you fucking go to that like nightmare realm that he like has people wander into from this hallway in a house, and he like gives you a staff that turns people into cheese. That shit's kind of goofy. I like that. But or a lot of the stuff that I find cooler, like, is, I don't know, following really neat lore via books, via missable dialogue in the side. And I don't want to have to read as many books as I did read to get all the context, but they're hiding shit like the elves fought the Empire. The Empire signed the White Gold
the
Concord.
Umpires.
Yeah, they fought the Umpires.
No, not the Empires.
Play
The
ball!
MLB is screwed.
And, like, the whole conflict between, like, the Aldmeri Dominion and the Empire being, like, this thing where it really does seem like they were setting up the Empire to, like, fail after hundreds of years, it seemed like the elves
Yeah.
were going to go on another offensive, and that is what Skyrim was setting up. But if you play the game away, you don't fucking ever have any of that shit there. And I think Skyrim having that little interesting thing of like, there's all these magical races and stuff. All of them hate the Empire. And the Empire only has these other magical things and stuff because, you know, conquering Empire. Like, but even then, Warhammer, conquering Empire, aliens, unknowable magical creatures, and they're doing it way better.
Well, I think part of the issue, and like I'll say this for at least Fallout 3 and Skyrim, but there is some cool story stuff in side missions sometimes, right? Like I think that's, even if with my criticisms of those games, like there's a little bit of that in there, but I feel like if you can't give me like a main narrative thread that I give a shit about, it's a lot harder for me to be invested long enough to actually like go and then get into those side missions, you know? It's like why like Fallout New Vegas works so much better than Fallout 3, because the core narrative is very dynamic and interesting. So I give a shit about the world and what's going on in the game, and then a side mission that's interesting starts, and I'm like, ooh, well, now I sort of care about this place, so let's get further into it. Like, if I don't care about the place and the, you know, like the starter sort of conflict, like even that side stuff that can be better starts to lose its impact a little bit, for me, at least.
Also, what I really don't like about Bethesda's story writing is that pretty much all they ever do is just destroy everything. So you have this interesting story with these interesting places and people, and then the next game is like, oh, well, everybody died, everything blew up, none of that matters anymore.
Morrowind, a volcano exploded, we can't go there. All right, Oblivion, oh, well, there's Oblivion gates happening, so we can't go back there. But didn't they...
Daggerfall got stepped on by a giant robot. So yeah,
that is literally, yeah. And then like same with like in Fallout 4, don't they make a point to be like, yeah, everywhere Fallout is happening, they got nuked, they're gone.
Yeah.
And now the Fallout show is like, oh, so Fallout 1 and 2, they're gone too.
Yeah,
the showrunner only played the fourth game, and that is what he's basing everything.
Todd Howard invented fucking Fallout, which pisses me off.
Yeah, I don't fucking respect that guy.
I really don't like
writer.
Todd Howard.
Why am I?
Well, that's what's bizarre, because Jonathan Nolan is the guy that's the showrunner of a Fallout show. He's a big part of the reason that The Dark Knight is as good as it is.
Well, I'm sure he's great with Batman. I don't think he's so good with anything else.
Well, he's got a few other things under his belt too. Like that first season of Westworld was all like he's been around, but that's why Fallout is so fucking weird. He wasn't really involved past season 1, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
He sort of like slowly trickled off of it, kind of. As far as I'm aware, that first season was like really his vision, and then he kind of left after that. But that's why I think Fallout is so fucking weird, because it's hard for me to believe that the same person worked on those things. Like it really is. Like, I don't get
maybe
it.
Maybe he was just doing it for a paycheck.
Or he genuinely damage at some point before the Fallout started. I don't know.
Don't worry, we know you're in the VIP box.
I'm just treating this as my late night podcast, by the way. I'm still here. I mean, oh, no worries. Doc is, or as much as there's lurking is awesome.
I will say...
And I'm what was that?
Skyrim's plot did bring up one interesting thing, which is Skyrim for the Nords sounds really cool on its surface, and it sounds like, fuck yeah, we love the Nords. I'm a Nord, I'm in Skyrim, fuck yeah, Skyrim for the Nords. And then you get to one of the cities that likes that, and they're just like, every non-Nord is like in a slum and like enslaved and shit, and you're like, oh, okay, that's what X for the X means. It means and nobody else too.
Well, you know what's funny is that wasn't even a surprise for me because, like, in Morrowind, at least in some of the background lore, you learn the Nords were assholes. Like, they tried to, like, conquer Morrowind and, like, enslave its people at one point, so...
Which
really
explains
surprising.
why the people from Morrowind are the ones typically treated the worst by the, more nationalistic characters. But, like...
I did like that part of the game, especially because it was a good mirror to the Dark Elves themselves treating the Argonians and Khajiit like shit.
And
Yeah, because in Morrowind, they're total, like, second-class citizens in that part of the game.
They're like slaves, like, yeah.
Yeah. I would be interested, well, I mean, it's not the only problem, so I won't say interested. I would consider giving more of my attention to a Elder Scrolls game if they didn't just keep going to, like, the most human settings each time.
Yeah, yeah. Give me Black Marsh, give me Elsewhere, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the
That,
fact
like,
that we're going to
Asian continent that they
Hammerfell for the
talked
next
about?
one is so fucking annoying.
Wait, did they announce that?
I
didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
garbage,
they're doing,
dude.
And, like, I get that there is some
Fuck
cool
that.
stuff in Hammerfell. Like, the Red Guards
They
are
won't
a
be in
people.
the game, though.
Yeah.
Nope.
Theoretically, the lore surrounding them is like you have like the Akaviri, you have like robust
that's
like
that
plateau
continent I was
and
just
desert
talking about.
people as well as like alpine forests and shit. You have like the Bretons, which are humans that are infused with magic like elves, but to a lesser degree, and so magic is incorporated
That was
heavily into their
Daggerfall
culture.
already, right?
Yeah. I imagine we're going to be getting Daggerfell, but diet and also for people who didn't play Daggerfall. Anybody who did play Daggerfall, I feel like they're going to be pissed.
To be honest, I mean, maybe there are some big Daggerfall fans out there that'll hate me for saying this, but I feel like Arena and Daggerfall are not very interesting games.
I agree. I've played Daggerfall and I wasn't that impressed. It was fine for the time period, but it is kind of just a generic dungeon crawler.
Like, especially at a time when something like, say, System Shock 2, Deus Ex, Half-Life were coming out, I feel like Daggerfall is pales in comparison to all of those.
Yeah, those are more genre-defining games and like more time period-defining games too.
I mean, those are like the next gen. I mean, like Half-Life and System Shock are like the next gen of FPS after Doom and Wolfenstein, and shit. Like that is the next generation of that.
Quake in between, but Quake was.
That's true. I guess I
heavily
count
overshadowed.
Quake. Right. I guess I think maybe I'm wrong, but would you not consider Quake as like part of the same wave, almost, or
I
was
guess
it
it depends
separated
on
enough?
I guess it depends on how far you want to get into it, because like Quake was the 3D generation of shooters, so it's important in that way. Half-Life and Unreal, and then Deus Ex after that were like, oh well, what if these 3D shooters like actually had a story and a world that was interesting and in depth? So I consider that kind of its own innovation.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of how I was thinking of it, but yeah, I suppose I could see how it would make sense to do it the other way too.
Oh, speaking of things with directors who are renowned, who are doing disappointing things, you guys looking forward for the Odyssey?
Well, you know what? They both. I think something just fell on them one day when they were walking, because those two guys are brothers, right? Like they made the Dark Knight together. And Christopher Nolan, I mean, like
I think they got
Maybe they have
Two-Face.
some sort of genetic marker, or like after at a certain age, their brains stop working. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, like Christopher Nolan's track was also really, really great up until Tenet was, I think, the one.
Yeah.
Tenet, I don't think Tenet was a good movie. And even before that, I thought Dunkirk was like quite boring. Like I did not think that was a very good war movie.
Wasn't Christopher Nolan the mind behind Interstellar too?
He did Interstellar, which to be honest, I don't really love either. Like, I don't think I think it's better than the other ones I just mentioned. I think it's got more good stuff going on, but I still, even that to me, I felt like maybe a little bit of a step down because like when I really think of Christopher Nolan, I think the Batman trilogy, The Dark Knight in particular. I think Memento with Guy Pearce, where he's got the short-term memory loss, and like the movie plays backwards, and he's got all the notes written all over his body. I think that's really good. His Insomnia, really good. I think Inception is pretty great.
Yeah.
He had a long run. Yeah, Oppenheimer. That's the thing. He's Christopher Nolan is going from. To me, it was like Tenet was.
Oppenheimer
like, right.
did have a surprising amount of fuck scenes in it. Like, I'm like cool with it.
Yeah, that was
but,
a little
like,
weird.
I
but,
thought
you
it
know.
kind
I'm
of
with you.
detracted from the gravity of the kind of movie you're making. You can't have like this man is
I don't
inner
disagree with that at
turmoil
all.
against.
I don't disagree. Although I will say, I would say that also there was only one where I felt like it was like, all right, come on, like where I did, like there was a scene where I stopped and I was like, come on, would you really put that in where you put that? The other, like I can see the other ones maybe bothering someone else, but I'd say a lot of them were. I thought worked within the pacing of like the personal relationships, but there's one in particular
Oh, look
that
at how
I
they
thought
pull
was
that shit.
so
Look
silly.
at how they pull the fucking missile out there. It's like North Korea.
Yeah, it's just with like the wires.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would say I can totally
Hey, afternoon too.
see how. Hey, we got after. What's going on? Still want to say yeah.
Oh,
Talking about Christopher
The fall of
Nolan's.
the Nolan brothers.
Yeah. I will say
I
I
think
did
it's
like
20 minutes,
Interstellar
dude.
on the whole.
won't bring back your goddamn honey!
I like.
The
I think
goddamn
a lot of Interstellar works. I found the way it. To me, the ending kind of hurts the overall package, though. I thought the whole love is the answer. I don't know. I thought it came across as a little too for me.
Wait, what'd you say? It cut out for me. I thought you said.
Oh,
I heard.
well, what did you
out-
think I said? I want to hear that first.
It came out a little too gay for me.
No,
I think you might have said corny or something, but that's what I heard.
corny. Yeah, I found the ending of Interstellar like a little too corny or schmaltzy. With it, I don't know. It kind of hurt the movie a little bit for it. Like I like a little bit. I do think a lot of it's good, but I don't know the way it leaves off just sort of. I don't know.
I
was
feel like
eh.
it could have, like, since they were already going on so fucking long, they could have maybe either, like, had it go on a little bit longer, or maybe just, like, stop it a little bit sooner. Like, yeah, you can show just how much time has passed, you can show him and his kid dying, but don't just be like, yeah, now it's, your place is out there, you gotta go, like, go help other worlds and stuff be established Earth colonies. Like, what? I guess, but he did just lose like 80 years of time and already go to like the end of the fucking world. Just like let the fucking man rest. And
you will see the Odyssey, right? No, I honestly to watch the Odyssey about as little as I want to watch the Mortal Kombat movie.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Mortal Kombat looks better.
How sad is that?
I'm now realizing that some of my favorite parts of a Nolan movie, Hans Zimmer.
Oh, he's a great
Yeah,
composer.
great
Yeah.
fucking composer. Because I was just thinking, well, the scores on these movies were really good. The cinematography is really good. It's some of this. I guess yeah. Interstellar does miss some beats that are like harder to recognize because I learned to like the movie back in 2011 when it came out, or whenever the fuck it came out.
Did it come out that long ago?
I want to say yeah. Let me.
Like,
I do
get
want to
old
verify.
age tomorrow. Christ.
Where shall I plant this flag?
Yeah, I hadn't seen it since I saw it in theaters forever ago, and they played it in IMAX at a local theater, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, sure. And yeah, the story didn't hit as hard. It was really fun seeing a lot of the more practical effects happen on a larger screen. It was really cool seeing a movie that was shot with bigger cameras and bigger speakers in mind on those things.
And I think the movie looks incredible. I
Oh, yeah.
definitely can't take that away from it.
But I feel like, yeah, the writing is probably the weakest spot on it, which sucks because they had so much cool shit with, like, did you know anti-gravity is like an actual verified, real government-funded field of research?
I did know that.
And
Yes.
that is the kind
what all
of
those scientists
math
related.
that this movie is specifically touching on. And this was a field of research when the movie came out. But the idea that, like, as time progresses, we could feasibly within our lifetime see those kinds of things
Where are we
given
supposed
some
to
form of
go?
revel. That's what I'm
It's
kind
one
of...
of those where I got you. Follow me. It's one of those where you have to like hold a button down to get the thing to actually show up.
Yeah, the computer keeps squawking at us about how it needs a fresh load or whatever. So
Put one in my port!
Waste nothing, brothers.
Waste nothing,
oh, shit,
brothers!
all the way over here.
Wow.
That is how far away we were.
We
Yeah,
were so
supposed to
far
go.
away. That's like
But yeah, no,
probably
I gotta
20% of
be
these
honest.
missions is figuring out where the fuck to go.
Sometimes, yeah. I really, I honestly think the Odyssey looks pretty bad.
It looks bad.
I think it looks cinematic. I don't think that's a good thing.
I don't know. I like even to be honest. I think even visually, it's sort of a drop off from his other stuff.
Bro, did you see that like Trojan horse standing in front of like a parking garage?
Like,
Yeah,
I,
I like as someone that was
Yeah, it just looks like where I park in Minneapolis. Like, what the fuck?
Afternoon Tune, what's your take on the Odyssey trailer? Because, like, I
We
do
also
want
had
to
a
wax
new one
poetic
just
about
the
how...
other day.
Yeah, we did just get a new one the other day. And
It looked even worse.
I really do love the idea of them doing the Odyssey with modern cinematography, like practical
And not
effects
Tom
being...
Holland
Yeah. But
or Matt Damon.
the...
Also, like, is it supposed to be low fantasy, or is he taking the mythology out of it, or not? Because, like, those fucking, like, weird giant dudes in knight armor, like, what the fuck were those supposed to be?
Not only do those
Like, I
look
know
bad,
what
but
they're
yeah.
supposed to be, but, yeah, like, they're it's strange.
Well, it's weird because it's like it is including some of the mythological things for sure, like the Cyclops, but then it's sort of but then it's like other things are toned down and more realistic, and then he brags about how, like, you know, kind of accurate and more realistic it is, and then meanwhile with the set and costume design is like could not be farther away from accurate in any,
like-
you know, like.
It looks
It's
like
just-
a
it's-
Renaissance depiction of how Romans look.
Yeah, like it literally doesn't look mildly Greek in any way. The costume, none of the armor, none of the costuming,
costume
none of
design, I
the
feel like
ships.
the set design is also a little bit fucking wonky on that regard. Like,
It looks like a low budget, like Netflix Rebel Moon Zack Snyder thing version of the
Oh
Odyssey.
my
That's what I'm
God.
fucking getting the vibes from.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'd put.
Like that fucking I forget which character it's supposed to be, but that one armor pick they put out, like, I swear to God, it looks just like fucking Christian propaganda kids show Bible Man. Like,
Bible
I
Man?
swear to God. Yeah, Bible Man. It looks just fucking like that shit.
what I don't understand is, like, the Iliad is something that is, like, and the Odyssey, like, Homer's work is like high school shit. like, a lot of people have to fucking read Homer if you're in like an AP Lit class, which I would hope folks writing AAA movie title would have, like, the ability to write at an AP high school level.
Dude, this isn't Homer's The Odyssey. This is Homer Simpson's The Odyssey.
That's what I don't like. It's
Dude, did you hear the did you actually hear like the dialogue and shit in that trailer that came out just like this last week?
oh yeah, it's okay. You thought the end
do
was
you know what I'm-
schmaltzy.
Schmaltzy and corny. This is stupid.
I would say corny to a point if you're looking at it in terms of like what other movies have done, and it's just like, oh, I feel like I am going to see other movies in this movie. I'm going to see.
I would say corny in like a shonen anime, power of friendship wins the day type corny that I just in general am
in the
not a
kind
fan
of like
but that works for a lot of.
Yeah,
To be fair,
people who like thrillers, who like blockbuster titles, who like over-the-top cinematography and fight scenes and stuff. Yeah, sure. It's gonna do a lot of people good. It's gonna make a lot of money.
oh shit!
Wait, what? What happened?
Did you die?
Not that I know of. I hadn't gone
'Cause
down.
I was.
I was alive.
I definitely
so,
was
yeah.
still up and moving.
I wish it would tell us
I didn't even know you
why
could
we
fail
failed
that
it.
section. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I guess I don't know what's happening.
Odd.
But no, do you know what line of dialogue from the Odyssey trailer I'm like really honing in on in particular?
I'm gonna let you go.
It's first of all, John Leguizamo of all people. Saying they're all pining for daddy.
Yeah. The train. We didn't defend the train.
Oh,
Oh.
do we just wander away and fight shit? But without
I guess
paying
we were
attention?
fighting shit, but I didn't fully realize we were supposed to be defending an objective.
Yeah, I was
thought we were
paying
just
attention.
supposed to kill the monsters and defend the area, as opposed to like you have to watch the train to make sure something's shooting at it or what.
Yeah, I'm guessing there were like snipers or some shit like shooting at it, and we didn't catch those.
Was how far into that mission were
God,
we?
we were like,
I think that was the very end.
that was the very
Do
end.
we
Yeah,
want to just move to the
That was
next
the
one
very
then?
end.
I'm cool with moving to the next
The only
one.
thing we miss out on is the train rolling towards the tower and blowing up. That was it.
So then, yeah, we'll just say
we're just-
good enough, and we'll just do the next one.
Number 7, termination.
But here's the question: were we trying to end at 6:30? For sure. If so, almost 6:10. Probably can't do a whole level in 20 minutes. Or did we want to go to 7 since we more or less started at 5? And then in which case we do have time for one more.
Yeah, we can. I think we can go until we have one more under our belts. See if we can do 3 in a single sitting.
How many will be left after that? Just 2?
Let's see. Ooh, 12. So we're on 7. Then we'd have 5 left.
Because
Okay.
I think
good.
there's a good few of those we haven't played then. Because I don't know if I realized how many more they'd even added.
Yeah, that's
A
crazy.
lot. And then even when we've finished all of those, there is the Horde mode that we have yet to try still.
It'll be good to do that last as well. Probably geared up a little bit more.
Hell yeah. But doesn't pining for daddy sound like some sort of like almost 1920s on the boardwalk mafioso slang? How does that sound like dialogue in the Odyssey? It's just so weird.
Speaking of the
Everybody
Odyssey,
talks like a 30s gangster.
Also,
remember HBO
am I
Rome?
gonna have to?
Trireme you got here.
The nice trireme you got here. Ashamed to see it go up in
Shame if
smoke.
the-
You feel me?
Hey, my boy Skilla and Charybdis could be here to wreck your boat any day.
S-
The Tyranids have already established their capillary towers.
Yeah, I don't know. Josh, if you're still there, I don't really want to watch that movie, to be honest, but I probably will, because Michael's gonna fucking beg me to watch me watch it so that he can have a great time watching me get mad about the movie.
We are already trying to cajole you into watching fucking Mortal Kombat 2, so the Odyssey is definitely likely.
God damn it.
The Tyranids shall burn for the infestation they
it's gonna be weird to watch a movie that HBO's Rome is gonna be like better costume design, because at least like they were willing to blow their budget on good costume design, and this is going to have
Well,
an
at least-
overblown budget
Oh, I forgot
for
about
no
that.
reason.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Tim, you know the show Rome. You know what really
Was it
stands
not
out
built in
about
a day?
and the towers.
That's good.
It might have been
But,
filmed in a day.
But what you know what stands out about that show is that it looks like Rome.
Yeah. No, like the costume design, the set
Imagine
design,
that.
it does look like what they were trying to do it. And like, you know,
Rome was genuinely the test run for HBO to do Game of Thrones. Rome was like the big, sort of really ambitious, like
The front gate is inaccessible, so you must enter from
like like really extravagant sets and like really building these like places and stuff. Before they did Game of Thrones, Rome was basically what created the infrastructure for that to be possible.
yeah. And for such a pivotal show in HBO's history, it's wild that it didn't last longer than 2 seasons. But that
I don't
overblown
think
budget.
it got canceled. Or maybe I'm wrong. I thought it didn't get canceled. They just honestly only were like. Did it not actually just wrap up?
I think it actually might have.
Yeah, because I mean, I think that's why HBO's had so many great shows, is because they'll just end some stuff.
It was
Most of the
effectively
time.
due to canceled due to massive production costs, despite high
Oh,
viewership
because it
and
was so
critical
expensive.
acclaim. The high expense of filming in Italy forced creators to compress the planned 3rd and 4th seasons into the 2nd, so it concluded prematurely, not like canceled in the middle of a plot line. So it did end,
Gotcha.
but it could have gone on for twice as long, based on what the writers and producer had planned.
Damn. I know that I also remember Boardwalk Empire, again, still has an ending, but that they condensed a bit in the final season. Some like a time jump that I think happens, that they would have spent more time on, like Al Capone, I think in particular, in like an extra season that they wanted. They're like that they had originally planned to do.
Yeah.
Because HBO commits to those fucking sets. Like, they go all fucking out with that shit.
So
They stopped trying as hard with Game of Thrones near the end, but
Oh, they didn't try at
Game of
all.
Thrones had, what was it, 10 million per episode spent. And funny enough, that's the budget that got Rome canceled. Like, the entire Game of Thrones series was 560 million, which is funny that we got
Jesus.
1 season of Rings of Power for twice that.
dude, don't fucking get me started.
I know. I did bring that up because I was like, that's gonna make Sage even more pissed about this Rome.
I'm already. I've been dreading it because
Where shall I plant this
the
flag?
fucking 3rd season's supposed to be coming out later this year. I'm gonna have to fucking watch that shit.
Oh.
Man, you're getting a lot of shit this year. Oh shit.
Next thing they're gonna have Sauron beat
Mind
us like
Control 2.
we didn't actually know that Sauron was like a good guy, and like because Galadriel rebuffed. Actually, no, I think didn't they make Sauron an
No,
incel?
that's a. Yeah. He's
Oh
in
my
Belgrade.
fucking! I see. My
He's in-
ghoulish overkill is even based on reality with this.
No, dude, they
He
literally.
was, he was a nice
God.
guy the whole time.
Well, and not only that, but like the way that the show frames it, it almost like seems like it's taking his side a little bit too.
Everyone in Middle Earth has to die because I didn't get laid by the person I wanted to.
Well, I mean, like they do this whole thing. He's like out. He's like legitimately trying to sort of like leave Middle Earth and like just go sort of like be fucking alone and not bother anybody. And then he like by chance him and Galadriel kind of become traveling companions. Totally have a will say. And then of course, and then like the show really does frame it as if she hadn't run into him and sort of like over and like talked him into like convincing him to come back to Middle Earth with, be like, no, you gotta come back, you gotta come back, over and over and over again. I swear to God, the show genuinely frames it as if she hadn't kept pushing, he honestly would have just by himself and like never bothered anybody ever again.
Just as Tolkien intended.
Yeah. Well, and it is really funny that they took this practically mythical character within the Lord of the Rings setting, made her so much weaker,
He's a god.
and then made her actually the
mean
reason. Oh yeah, Galadriel. They took this,
she is mythical too. She's like fucking 9,000 years old or some shit.
yeah, but like they turn her into just like, I don't know, regular human ass looking sword and board fucking fighting, like, I don't know. They kind of, I think, take away a bit from what made her especially cool and mythical to begin with, and they turned her into a plot device for making Sauron have to do everything he did.
Well, that and they try really hard to and it's like sometimes stuff, like you see it sometimes with media where, you know, I want to be specific how I say it because it's the kind of stuff where, like, you know, you like that's like right-wing grifter channels get like they'll glom onto a thing and bitch about it endlessly. I that's not what I want to do here, but there are sometimes is like this kind of these like girl boss characters where they're trying too hard and like in an ironic, or to me they kind of come across as a little insulting towards women. Because it sort of is like, well, the only way that she could be cool is if we sort of give her these stereotypical sort of like, I'm gonna, you know, run at the like front of the army, head for like sword and shield, sort of like masculine hero thing. Whereas like Galadriel is like really badass because she's like a sorcerer and it's like the power of her mind, and she's like really fucking scary even sometimes, and like all these things that are like way scarier and way more impressive, but they're like by like attempting to be progressive, they're kind of like backfiring and like shooting themselves in the foot. And like I feel like almost like going like this like a feminine, like a super feminine character, like, well, that can't be cool, we have to make it like this way. And it's like there's other like female characters in Lord of the Rings that do have like swords and like do that, like look at Eowyn, right? Like she fits that role. That's a great female character, I think. But like Galadriel is bad because she is this like majestic, scary, ethereal being that could like break your mind in half. And even in the Silmarillion, there actually is this battle described at one point where she is like on the battlefield, and there's this like crazy like fortress, and it's like held together by magic, and she does like come out in front of the army and like shatter all this like the dark spells like keeping this like castle together, and slowly like pull it apart so that then the army can siege it. And it's like, to me, that's way cooler than just going like, she's Aragorn now, I guess. Yeah. Like,
not even
like,
Aragorn.
Like,
remember that fucking person we see kill or cut Sauron's hand off in the beginning of the Lord of the Rings? I feel like they were trying to make Galadriel that, but like all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like undoing the magic, like. I feel like
and Arwen was an example of that being cool. Like she does make sense as like a character out with the sword, but it's like but that's not what Galadriel is. That's not what that character's like. It just comes across as shallow.
And Tiresome Fox says, whenever someone rejects me, I drink wine on the kitchen floor. Maybe next time I'll try Unhinged Crimes Against Humanity. Who knows? Might be feeling quirky. Yeah. Maybe I'll have a trilogy filmed about you. Fuck. Wow, media using women as an object of affection to drive the plot forward. Groundbreaking. Yeah, because to a point, Galadriel feels like, all right, you're supposed to like her because she's Galadriel. Oh, okay.
I also shatter things with my mind. I'm powerful, and with that I mean I accidentally dropped my wine glass on the kitchen floor during my crying session.
By incredibly powerful mind sorceress, you actually mean she was really good
We're
at
going the right way.
a sword.
It's another one of those, like, you hold the fucking button down to, like, make your menu pop up. Keep going. I've got it on hand in case we start going the wrong way.
I think it's because I turned left here twice instead of jumping down this little ledge.
I thought we did jump down the little ledge.
Maybe we came back up.
Oh, there's enemies this way. That's usually a good sign.
The hive ships are
Yep.
moving into range of the capillary towers.
Yeah, I could. There's so many goddamn things I could complain about in fucking Rings of Power, man. Ugh. And it's just gonna get worse every season. I feel like.
Well, don't forget when Sauron got tattoo brutate by a bunch of orcs.
He does. He gets fucking stabbed by like an Julius Caesar, and then he turns into Venom for like a couple hundred years, or I don't know, 30 years or something.
Venom in him.
And then as Venom, he eats some people, and then he turns into the sexy guy that like wanted, was like Galadriel's love interest for some weird fucking reason. And I'm telling you, they were gonna take it further. They were going to take it further because
man. You just become Venom. That's why it worked so well for Eminem.
But no, like they're gonna just make it worse. Like they're going to keep making it worse every single season. Like,
wouldn't it be funny if for like season 6 they're like, actually we did get the rights to the Silmarillion and now we're gonna start doing shit that was like mentioned. I mean, fuck, all they would have had to do is like go forth in a way that got the Tolkien estate's blessing.
Well, they did, and because the Tolkien estate is very selective with its blessing. That's a big issue with the franchise right now.
Their blessing is based on money.
Yeah, they're not. They're really not greenlighting. I mean,
if I'm correct, they didn't get the rights to the
time.
Silmarillion.
No, they didn't. They got the rights to the appendices at the end of Lord of the Rings, so they can do stuff about things that were, referenced from the Silmarillion in those appendices. But like, it's like they don't have the rights to all the details, and so, well, and then even then, like, you could probably still do something kind of good with some of that. But what they also choose at every turn is they're like condensing like events that are intended to be thousands of years, but like here this is a big problem.
Like like the fucking the rings of power being forged. Like
that happens in like an afternoon.
Yeah, that's like they go from a 300-year-long process where he fucking ingratiates himself to the elves and they fucking view like and all that shit. They turn it into like an afternoon.
Gifts is like like they believe an entire different being. That's more like a Gandalf, like an emissary from the Valar, right? To sort of like bestow these teachings upon the world. Like that's genuinely who the elves think that is for 300 fucking years.
Well, they were just wrong, man. They were just stupid.
And that's the thing. It's not even Anatar in the show. It's just like kind of what seems like rip-off Aragorn turns out to be stupid, sexy Sauron. He just as a human shows up and is like, hey, greatest elfsmith alive. I bet your bitch ass didn't know what an alloy was. Have you tried one of the fuck?
Which is hilarious, because that means they'd still be in the Bronze Age.
Yeah, like these elven fucking cities. Yeah, like because these like fucking elven cities are like pretty advanced for medieval. Like their weapon, they have steel swords. God damn it!
Yeah, it's like what?
Was
Fucking stupid.
I was Celebrimbor like a Beyond Shadows of War thing? Like the Middle Earth games? Like, is
Oh
he?
yeah. Well, he's from the Silmarillion. He's a character from the Silmarillion. He's mentioned in the appendices of Lord of the Rings, and they do an interpretation of him in those games. But he's not from those games. They do a version of him in there.
Okay.
I haven't seen more than a few episodes of Rings of Power. I only support the show because it pissed off some racist stuff. I mean, and like, fuck those guys. The reasons they don't like the show are the wrong reasons to not like it. That being said, the show is still fucking terrible.
I would say that show was one of those kind of flashpoint things of like where the term woke could be used two different ways, and it was definitely being used by some really bad actors to kind of promote a narrative that made it seem like the very inclusion of people of color in the media was the problem. And it's like, no,
Well,
that is not the
with,
critique any good faith person was making. But that is
Well, no,
definitely a
Most
critique that
people
got
always
mixed in
glom
with it.
onto whatever the garbage show of the week is, that they can
Well, there's that,
use that
too.
as a vehicle for that narrative.
And well, then there's the whole just like the word woke had like it went through like a transition period between like 4 definitions, and then eventually it's just evolved into like meaninglessness.
And it's
Ironic, it went through a transition, and the people setting it through the transition hate trans people.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
There's some gunk we're supposed to shoot. Where is that?
find and eliminate
That's a
the
great question.
invasive material.
I think I see some of it.
But yeah, no, like, yeah, fuck those people. Those people think Rings of Power sucks for absolutely stupid reasons that are not any of the actual problems with the show. The show is, like, fucking just awful as a show from
The thing is,
all
that
these
whole
other
movement
reasons.
The whole movement has just turned into like, oh well, any show that comes out with a black person in it or with a woman in it, we gotta freak out. And if we freak out about everything, good or bad, sometimes we freak out about something that's bad, and we can act like we were right.
Exactly. What do you mean woke? I'm a raging leftist, but I've never been more tired in my life. That's funny. But no, yeah, you're right, Ulysses. That's the. They like blow up and get viral attention when they're able to find a thing that is genuinely bad and like attach them to that, and that's when they're able to post it. And sometimes the thing they're hating on does actually suck. That doesn't mean they're hating on it for the reasons that actually sucks. It's just that that's how they can sort of justify dogpiling and then throwing shit that they want to in on.
Like
and then
saying
it's how
Starfield was ruined because of the pronouns being available as a selector, and it's like, oh, that is arguably the least thought about thing when I think
Yeah.
about Starfield. I like
Yeah,
first of all,
Starfield sucks
funny.
because Bethesda's a bad game studio.
It is funny whenever something is coming out and those people start lining up, like praying that it'll be the next like thing to hate on, because then they can act like they're right for pointing it out as a black person, and then it becomes incredibly successful, and they'll have to sort of, have shit on their face.
Exactly. I mean, to be honest, the whole etymology of the word, I do think is very interesting. Like the various things that it has meant compared to each other. That's what truly makes it a meaningless word, because its various definitions have been so polar fucking opposite of each other over time that there is no utility to the word anymore, because even if you were heard it come from someone using like an older definition, how the fuck do you know that's the one they're talking about unless they give you an entire explanation at the, and then it's like then the word is meaningless because there's no scenario in which it's to use it to convey an idea anymore.
I think at that point it
It's
just
just-
becomes a buzzword, and I think that might even just be
Oh,
like
yeah.
one of my definitions for like the term buzzword, which is just like you say it, it doesn't really mean anything because it has lost meaning, or it just, I don't know, it just becomes something to invoke an emotion rather than a meaning behind the word.
It is just evoking an emotion.
Exactly.
It's a good way to describe
It's like
it.
a virtue signal to a point. Because virtue signaling, I do
totally.
believe, is a thing, but I think it's usually done by people who stand to profit off of it in some form.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And often, I would say the most virtue signaling is from like evangelical Christians. No virtue signals more than that group of people.
You mean the people that had missionary groups that wiped out so many things, so many different cultures and people, and they are the morally
Yes.
righteous ones. Got it.
Yeah. The same people who are like, oh, there we go, who are obsessed with like, you know, all the fucking immigrants and shit, and how we shouldn't help people because, you know, Jesus said you shouldn't help people, right? That was his entire creed.
Yeah.
Jesus
Do
walked
not
in
ask
and
them
he
about
pulled
money
up
lenders.
his fucking bootstraps.
System is next. Head up to the cannon.
But yeah,
Remind the Sea
it's just
to attack.
it's slap. But Rings of Power still fucking sucks.
God, I
And
forgot that Rings of Power is how we got to that segment of the conversation.
But like it's just like regardless of the fact that bad people are bad at the show for the wrong reasons, I will not stick up for the show anyway. I'll maybe stick up for people in the show that are getting like a good reason, like actors that just are just reading lines or whatever. But like as a show, just as a like what I think is like quality writing or versus not quality writing, I will not go at most mild of capacities.
I was wondering where the enemies were. I think Sage found them.
Yes, I did. That show makes me
Yeah,
like
or-
mad. Bad people are mad at everything. That's also true. That's also literally they get upset about everything.
I was at work and somebody got mad that they had too many varieties of tomato. I have
When
too
me and
many
Ulysses
options.
when me and Ulysses
go
worked
the
at
other way.
Potbelly a long time ago. There was a customer that came in one time, and like I swear, we went through the stations. And actually, Ulysses, I don't remember if you were here or if this was like in that little period I started right before you or not. It might have not even been when you were there for. But you tell me if this is familiar. But this
Guys,
guy,
we're going backward.
We are.
oh shit, yep. But yeah, you tell me if this sounds familiar, right? This guy comes in, he's like, yeah, he comes up to the first thing, he's like, what kind of bread would you like? This one. Meat. Okay, give me that. Go, you put the thing through the oven. All the toppings come on after that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you're like, all right, there's a big list right behind me. What would you like out of that stuff? And he's like, man, can't you just like have a fucking sandwich ready for me? Like, he was like mad that he got to pick what got like he was like upset that
And that's the
he had to,
wildest
like,
thing.
say the things he wanted.
There's a fucking menu that if you don't want anything, like you can order off that. He did want to pick. He
That's
very
also true.
obviously had opinions because he didn't go by the menu.
Well, I think
there.
if I remember right, the menu at that place that we worked at, I think if you picked a sandwich, it was just like the meat and cheese that was pre-decided. Like the toppings were still. I think you always had to ask everybody.
Kind of like Subway.
Yeah, kind
Okay.
of like that, where it's like most of there's some things that'll there, but then it's still up to you to be like, yes this, no that, please. But the guy was just like angry that he even had to like the words of the things that he would like or not like on his goddamn sandwich. Some really bad stuff is going down over here right now. I just want to smack some sense into people. I would love to smack some sense into people, and you stay safe.
What's
Now I
going
want a
on over
sandwich. In
Smack people in the
Over
face
in,
responsibly. No, I want to. Yeah, no. The smell of dinner keeps wafting through the house annoyingly, and I didn't realize how many meals I'd skipped today until I smelled it.
where?
And now we're talking about sandwiches, and no, it's.
but
I think that is
I'm sorry, it was
the
over in the
activism.
Netherlands, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is the activism in essence, which is smack people responsibly and within the safe or realms of safety, or however much safety you're willing to give up, which is different for everyone.
I could go for sandwich too, Cyrus Fox. I honestly could.
Fun fact about sandwiches, at least here in the grand old United States of A, which is Subways cannibalize each other. Does anyone know about this?
Ready to leave for passage.
Well, because they're franchise and they're not.
They're franchise, but
Like
there
the
are
businesses
so many
cannibalize
of
each
them
other.
because they're so easy to open that you have like ones opening up across the street from each other and then trying to outcompete each other on like prices and hours and shit like that, and then neither of them are turning a profit. It's
That's actually really funny.
and then they both go under, or one of them wins and the staff from one gets absorbed by the other because you've got Subway
course.
experience.
But you have to apply to the other one because
Yep,
it's not technically
because it's
the
not
same
the same company.
Okay,
And
that's hilarious.
and you know,
if
your job
if
isn't
anybody out there
guaranteed.
works at Subway,
Why would you open a Subway across from another Subway? Because you really hate Jared? No, okay, not Fogel.
well, he
I mean, you
Fogles your
really
sandwich and your kids.
Yeah, I mean, Fogel hasn't been the focus since Fogeling became a verb. Which,
Why
I
would
don't
you
know.
open a? Oh no, you read that.
Are you what? No, yeah. Did you ever? I feel like. Did you ever hear what happened to the former spokesman of Subway and why
Oh, shit,
Subway doesn't have a
no.
spokesman anymore?
Oh wait, Tires and Fox. Do you not know about the Subway,
Oh, man,
the Subway
that shit is
mascot,
infamous.
basically?
Oh yeah. Okay. So Subway had its whole thing like about like how
Ooh.
healthy their sandwiches are, and they had this guy, Jared Fogle, and he went on a very public weight loss journey over only eating Subway sandwiches, and that was his whole thing. Like, if you want to lose all this weight too, you can like just eat Subway and you'll lose weight too. Aside from
Yeah,
the
it's like
fact that he
Subway
was
is
definitely
so
eating,
healthy.
he was definitely eating other food. But also,
And probably not a lot of
100%.
Subway.
yeah, and as it turns out, he was like after this massive years-long ad campaign, arrested.
Dude, we're talking
for,
like 15 years.
Yeah, he was like a major
Yeah, he was,
brand
like, the
ambassador.
guy for so long.
And then it came out that he was arrested for possession of child pornography. And that was like huge. Subway had
And
to
he'd
do
been
so
using,
much
like-
damage control.
What hadn't he been using like computers in Subway's like HQ mainframe to store the shit too?
Yeah, it was like
I thought it was worse than that. Didn't he have like a network of like people who were like finding him kids and shit?
no, yeah, it was like
Epstein-y a little bit, yeah.
he
Yeah.
was using his role to get people to like talk or like just like, hey, I can be really inspiring for your kids. You just give me your kids. No, you would use his like public face to lure kids into safety and to lure parents into safety with their kids. He also used like Subway to hide the fact that was him doing it by using their networks and shit for IP obfuscation. It has so many layers to it. He abused
Tim,
so thoroughly his
do you
position.
Do you have the gun to attack the big thing?
I think I
The
do.
deer
Yeah,
ice?
who's got the
Okay.
pistol? You got to.
Yeah, it's you gotta like, yeah, do that. Do that like fucking bring the down
You'll
from the
like
sky
it.
type
It's
shit.
fun.
This is badass. It's also a nice like different type of boss fight. Oh no, you do know about that. Okay. No, yeah, I mean that. Well, and I swear to God, there was. Oh no, you didn't know the full story. Oh yeah, no, he's an evil piece of shit.
Yeah, complete monster.
Complete monster. And like I remember there's that show To Catch a Predator, right, where they, do like the stings or whatever and try and like catch the pedophiles. There was, I swear to God, in some version of that or something, or a commercial for it, or I don't know, but where they had a bunch of like celebrity actors and like people that you just recognized from TV, basically coming on to like make fun of and talk shit about all the pedophiles, which that I have no problem with. Right, that's great. But one of the people that like popped up just to make fun of all the pedophiles on the show was Jared Fogle.
Mm-hmm. And it's like,
Yeah. He was
don't
like
let this guy on.
he was like straight up hinting at it or like bragging about getting away with it at the time by doing that. I feel like.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Administering skills. Generator is ready. Cannons ready.
No, evil garbage, man. Evil garbage.
I'll grab the thing, come closer.
And that is why Subway doesn't have a spokesman anymore, and that is why Subway as a brand has still not recovered, and that is one of the reasons why Subways individually are so ununified, because none of them wants the full brunt of being part of this like unified thing.
Who has
Again,
the,
Subway's one of the most
that's all I got,
fragmented
that's it.
franchise companies, I believe, in the American fast food space.
My like icon says "Protect You," like you have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting because I don't know how to access it.
I think if you try aiming your weapon, it gives you a different targeting
Oh, yeah,
reticle.
okay, that's what it is.
And then you just have to like aim it at the big thing and then hold it down until all three things hit it.
Guys are in my face, so I can't hit it.
This still doesn't explain why you would open a Subway across from another Subway. I don't have a business degree, but that's just... Oh, no, I mean, it is. It's
no.
just, I think a lot of the people that open Subways are just... They're probably not that great at business runners because they're opening the least risky, easiest to run business that you could basically have. And still fucking it up. I think this is still probably... Again, if you run a Subway and you're smart...
I still don't know
Make
how
better
Quiznos
choices.
lost.
Well, Quiznos lost because of the Sponge Monkey commercial. Remember?
Yeah, that did not work out for them.
30,000 calls to the FCC the night of the Super Bowl to complain about how fucking annoying that Quiznos commercial was. And that fucking like fucking torpedoed their whole business.
I think
There was also that weird Quiznos commercial with the oven that was like sexually
Yeah, that was
harassing
kinda
the guy
fucked
that
up.
worked there. Yeah, it was like
Yeah, it
trying to
was like-
fuck the guy that made the sandwich.
Where'd the guy go? The
Like the oven was like
on
"Put
the
it
other
in
side of
me,
that,
Dave."
I think you can see him from up top. Oh, God, they
Did
really
you ever
do.
see that commercial, Tim?
Which one?
The sexual harassment
Stick it in me,
oven.
Dave.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
like,
I
Yeah,
did
the-
not.
Dave or whatever.
Dude, the oven literally like it starts talking. And everybody's like, "Come on, Dave, you wanna stick it in me, Dave?" That was a Quiznos commercial, and then the Sponge Monkeys. It's no wonder they fucked up. Jesus Christ.
Well,
But
I
no,
don't
you're right,
think we can do that.
Box. Is it just not working, or?
Well, every time it gets close to be able to do it, he does this weird cloud thing that makes him invisible for the targeters.
Ah.
Secure our fallen brother.
And he keeps targeting the platforms that you would otherwise, like, shoot him from. And so I think it's forcing...
Yeah. And then on top of that, a lot of times when I'm almost about to get him, some little guy jumps right into the targeting thing, so he obscures it.
I can throw a banner down wherever you start fighting or firing at him if we go into an area that's recently lost its poison.
I just hold it down, right? I don't have to like.
Yeah, you like aim at him and then hold the firing button like you're using a laser pistol. If you go down
I've done
to
this
the...
before. I just don't know why it's not working this time. There we fucking go. Finally had time to do it.
And that's why they pay me the big bucks to work in marketing. Well, I just write funny words. I haven't made any commercials.
Hey, funny
Well,
words is
maybe
like
someday.
3/4 of what this stream is.
That's definitely true.
Hey, we just write funny words. That's what we spend our time doing.
Yeah.
Suffers against our glory. It spews its vileness towards us.
I think it's great that you are honestly that you get paid to do that. That's awesome.
That is really cool. Because arguably the most infectious commercials are ones that are just funny. Like, Jesus Christ, there was that commercial where the fucking son jumps off the cereal box and all the kids start freaking out and the mascot's like, hey, where's everyone going? He starts following them and they're all like screaming and running like, what is it? Oh God, it's coming for us.
I have not seen this commercial.
Yeah, what is this for?
Does the son start eating the children?
I am going to...
Maybe I'm just thinking of the Robot Chicken skit where this Raisin Bran son is like coming over the hill with 2 scoops, like destroying the land like a kaiju, literally going 2 scoops. It's funnier in Dutch. Oh, I'm funnier in Dutch.
Okay, I'm thinking of the Sprite Sunfizz commercial.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I don't remember. I haven't seen it or don't
From
remember.
1988, specifically. So
Okay.
it makes sense why you
Okay.
wouldn't see this
Huh.
on TV. But Sprite, in 1998, was advertising their Sunfizz drink. And the son jumped off the bottle and just, the mom is just like, come on, kids, it's part of the healthy thing. And fucking son jumps off it and it turns into like this horror commercial where you're just like, what happens if the sun catches them? Why are they running about it? What do they know? Like, is it just because it's something that shouldn't exist? Or do they know something more? Anyway, buy Sunfizz. I want more horror-based product commercials.
Well, they've been getting weirder in Cinnamon Toast Crunch ones.
Yeah, those are all like about cannibalism and serial killers now.
Like, I swear to God, it is Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy, like,
Yeah.
coming home, opening his refrigerator, and a bunch of severed body parts of other Cinnamon Toast Crunch people, because those cereals taste so good that he can't help but, like, eat and murder his own species. That's the commercial. I swear to God, that's what the commercial's like.
I'm funnier in Dutch,
been
though.
their
Please
theme
don't
for, like,
learn
a
Dutch
decade.
because I'm only semi-funny in Dutch.
We think you're funny in English.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
You guys are way funnier than me. I mean, subjective. Subjective opinion. Hey, some people might think so. Some people, I guarantee there are gonna be people that are going to easily tire of our shit. That will find you far. They will find us.
Maybe they'll go to your channel instead.
Speaking of cereal shit, the Cocoa Puffs mascot is a recovering Cocoa Puffs addict that is repeatedly introduced to Cocoa Puffs, the thing he is currently like either in withdrawals from or is like later on in the recovery process, and invariably it shows him relapsing into Cocoa Puffs. And that is the common thread with most of those commercials. And it took somebody
They're also
pointing
not
out.
giving him Cocoa Puffs. They're giving him cocaine puffs.
Yeah. They took the one person who could be feasibly addicted to Cocoa Puffs and made him the mascot, and then showed him his manic breakdowns at their worst. Binging on Cocoa Puffs. It's sick, really. Like, I can't believe they're using this to market to children, that this is health nomkin. But commercials being weirder and weirder, as long as there's not implied incest, like the Folgers commercial, I think that's arguably the good way to go towards.
There's an incest Folgers commercial?
Oh yeah, it's like I am shocked you don't know about this.
Tim, are you able to screen share that onto the stream?
You know
through
what?
The Discord chat? Because I feel like you need to with this, because I can't believe it's real either, but it is. Plus that we got 10 minutes till 7, and
Yep.
that's definitely not going to do another mission at that time. So
Safety.
Oh, by the way, Tiresome Fox, you should get on a plane to Minneapolis tonight, so you can be here in time for our book con.
that shit is happening this weekend. Yeah, I'm funny looking. Is the quality content you can expect from my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Say hell yeah.
You know what? There is a way to get it to show. I forget which browser specifically lets you stream things like God.
I think I thought either Firefox or Google Chrome were better at it.
Every browser is going to have Folgers incest commercial in the search history.
Yeah, Tim, you're going to be on the list, dude. Oh, and we can also take the time to just pimp out the book in general. But anybody watching can go over to our Amazon store page and purchase a copy of A Red Age, a metaphysical science fiction paleo satire war epic, which is a first of its kind. Do things with dinosaurs that no one has ever done. That's badass.
On top of that, I mean, we got all kinds of little bottles in the works for representations of the world.
Damn, someday we may be selling like physical merchandise. We are at least creating significant prototypes for our own amusement that could easily be the basis for those things at some point later on.
I gave my guy a little police light to be on his backpack. I think it looks snappy.
Oh, hell yeah. Awesome.
All right.
I hope it makes
Hell yeah.
a siren as he walks across the battlefield.
God, can you imagine how annoyed the other Space Marines would be by that? It's just how irritated they were. One guy.
Oh man, if I ever get so deep into Warhammer that I make a custom order of Space Marines, that's what they're going to be.
Yeah, Tim,
I got it to
can
play, I
Ulysses
think.
see this? Ulysses see this by just going into the chat that
Yep.
we have in the Discord itself? Okay, cool.
Or,
I just want to make sure we can all see it.
I think I do have it playing in the stream finally, but I can get it running in Discord too. Because
just because then it won't be like a delay for.
No, yeah,
Andy
this
listening to it.
is something that I am fine doing the setup for this because this is fucking hilarious.
It's I mean it's as bad as like the Quiznos like sexual harassment nothing, I swear.
All right, we are good. It should be available in
Oh,
the Discord
no.
to stream too.
Oh, this looks bad.
Brother and sister home for Christmas.
Yep.
I must have the wrong house.
This is a
Sister?
Folgers commercial.
Oh, I missed you so much. They waited up all night for you, you know.
It's a long way from West Africa. Oh, real coffee.
He's here.
There's one thing they don't have in the entire
Brought you
continent of
something
Africa.
Far away.
Really?
It's coffee.
Yeah, they don't grow coffee
Oh.
down there now.
Coffee near the
That's
equator.
a winter.
Yeah, they
What
only
you
grow
doing?
that in the Arctic Circle,
my
to
present.
my belief.
You're my present this year, Brig brother.
That's bizarre, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, just uncomfortable. Not good. Also, let's see. Buy book of good has words, funny ha-has. You're welcome. That marketing was free.
It's good marketing. Certainly better than the fucking Folgers piece of shit.
Yeah, that should make anyone never want to buy Folgers ever. Which, you know, also it being Folgers maybe just should do that first. But, you know, if that wasn't enough,
We'll get the Sprite Fizz in there just because why the fuck not?
yeah, I don't know this one, so I want to see this shit, then.
That's because there's a delicious ray of sunshine in every drop.
I do need to play another one after this.
Is it the Sponge Monkey?
Even the
Yeah.
dog is scared of it.
What's with you people? I've got vitamins and minerals.
What the fuck?
You know, it's not even that
Trust
scary,
your gut.
though.
That's some
What the
cartoon
fuck?
character.
But the reaction is really funny.
Yeah, the mom
the
looks
hell?
like she's about to die. Like, what the fuck?
It's so weird. All right, and then Tim, I do need you to play the Callisto Sponge Monkeys for me. Because I don't even know if you've seen this, or just that I told you about it.
Yeah, you do need to see it for yourself.
I definitely have because I used to work. You remember we worked across from that Quiznos, and
Oh, you poor bastard.
yeah, you
Oh,
did make
that's
sure to show it
right.
to me because we worked across from that Quiznos.
Yeah, when we have a coffee shop in the airport. Yeah,
Yep,
There's
yep.
Quiznos across the food court. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. And then I was like, Tim, have you ever seen this Sponge Fest? So I die. Okay, yeah, I definitely. Just. But here you go, Tyson Fox.
You're welcome. This is what VIPs to the channel get.
Yeah,
Eventually, this is what's gonna happen if people like rate us, like, or like subscribe or something.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things going to be like the whole thing that plays. Oh, you've seen that, so you've
Yeah.
that torpedoed that entire brand.
That-
I think it's fucking
that's
hilarious.
fucking hysterical.
I love it. With the fact that they played it at the Super Bowl.
This is
and
genius. Yeah, it's infectious.
30,000 people.
It's infectious. So yeah, I'm agreeing with you there, Tiresome Fox. This is what, because I will tell you guys, you've had it rent free in your heads for easily a decade, or at least since it came out. When the fuck did it come out?
It just doesn't make me want to.
We were in high school when that happened.
Yeah, that. Oh my god, 18 years ago.
Shit, younger than that even. I was, yeah,
That was a long fucking time ago.
I was like 12 or 13 or something like that.
Well, boys and girls, lads and lassies, we are at the end of our time here on Rapid Respawn, co-host takeover.
Yeah.
What was this?
Rapid respawn.
Rapid
Oh,
Respawn. Yeah. God, we do need to get back to co-host takeover. Bearfucker 3's never going to be seeing completion before.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, I mean, Sage would probably have gotten the game, played through all of it before you and Corbin even come back to it.
Fucking right.
I remember speculation as to whether your save file was actually.
That's
not.
true.
Do you know yet?
That
Did you figure it out? Yeah.
Yes and no. Yes, it works.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
in that I still have to run it through something to stable, because like it had mods. I had mods enabled to make things a little bit smoother for the stream, and the mod files were the thing that got fucked with, not any of the Baldur's Gate like save files. So if I can get them to run without those mods or find copies of those mods as they were, golden. Success rate is like 80% chance on that. So I'm optimistic.
Hopefully
A lot
it works
better
out.
than the success rate of, yeah.
And because this computer has been ship of Theseus, it should be pretty intact in terms of there's only one part that is still the same, and it is the case. So, fingers crossed I don't piss
Watch
off
the
another
case
witch.
explode.
Do we have anybody to raid?
I actually have it pulled up already too. I was just waiting for
Perfect.
us to.
All right, well,
Thank you
thank
for
you
being
for being here, Tiresome
Tiresome
Fox. Hey, Jinx. No, but for realsies, genuine gem to have in chat. Glad you got VIP status for how Sigma goated you are, as the youth say.
Do people still say goaded?
No, they said that 2 years ago. I think they still use it, and that
Yeah,
I think is
what
the
would
last
the
thing.
term be now, like VIP maxing or something?